Please, please, let me live. Just kidding. Yeah. Interesting. What boss music? Yeah, I'm gonna Soul Unison that.
And what are you gonna do with that Soul Unison?
Fuck these goddamn space.
Oh no, you can't fuck them. They're underage viruses.
Cook them viruses. Yeehaw. So how many? There was 5 plus the dark purple one. Mega Man, thanks for coming to me first. I didn't. Gah. In fact, you are the second. Uh-oh.
Oh no, they look cool.
We've encountered the Bomb Boys before. Oh, this game's too easy. Just do a little cheeky save. Mega Man, how nice of you to drop by. Now you're mine. No, I don't want to do that. The wood nose would be a little bit of a bitch. They both went up. Why did they both go up? I apparently have Buster Max on, but that's fine.
So I think I know the answer to this. But if you had to pick a game to just do Buster Max solely through, which one would it be?
I mean, considering that there already is one that I've almost did that to with, it's obvious that it's 4. From like a I don't know actually. Would I think the alternative for 4 would be I just don't play 4. So if I had to truly make a statement, probably 3.
Really?
Yeah, 3 is like just the first 50% of 3 is just boring. Like I don't think the game gets interesting until like the Mamoru and hospital comp stuff.
You know, I actually do gotta agree.
Cause like thinking about it critically, I really liked 2. There are some points where 2 really cooked me because I was just getting greedy, but like that wasn't the game's fault. That was a skill issue. But I can't really say that I had that much fun in 3 until it wasn't even Plant Man. It was whenever the N1 started. That's whenever I started having fun with 3. And then that's whenever the hospital stuff started, right after that. So like I would just Buster Max for the entire game up until that point, probably. I wouldn't do it with 1 because 1 is just piss easy. Your charge shot does so much damage. Prepare to die! I think 2 is just fun because of all the improvements they make upon the formula of 1. I just wouldn't play 4 again. And then I think that I think I have the same sentiment about 5 that I have with 2, is that I just think 5 would be fun enough to not want to do it.
So you think 5 is what we're on right now? I just
Yes.
gotta double check, right?
We are in 5. Time to
Okay.
head back to ACDC Area 3 for a while. Yeah, so like, we're on 5 right now. And the only time that I would really have to do anything that I feel like Buster Maxing would speed things up, not necessarily that I would play through the entire game, would just be like liberation, getting like the good ranks and liberation missions and shit like that. Because those just take such a long time. But honestly, I could just do it without it. Not that I am doing it without it. I did Buster Max the other ones just because I value my time. Someone's coming from behind the door. Nebula? It might be the boss of that Navi group we just defeated. They're coming.
Land fucked your mom. Wait. Hold on.
Numberman. Well, what a surprise it is to find this area here. It looks like it was worth following you then. You followed me? Dr. Rigo asked me to keep an eye on you two. That's what brought me to this hidden area here. Dr. Rigo? That's right, Higsby and I are part of Nebula. No way, so you've been lying to us? Better to deceive than be deceived.
I don't believe it.
But why Nebula? Power. It's quite simple. Dark chips give me more of it. Higsby was very against dark chips last game.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's Numberman.
I've no intention of fighting you right now. I'm still in the middle of a mission, you see. Anyway, I'm sure I'll get to fight you before too long. Hey, wait. I can't believe Neverman and Higsby are in Nebula. Unbelievable. Unplayable. And I wonder what mission it is he was talking about. We better report back to Barrel. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
So just check out. Bye, Gal. Oh, I'm gonna walk off my back. I forgot that I was sitting in the Fat Man statue. Honestly, just because of the way I did that, going through the banners, I completely forgot that I was even still in End City. That guy's gone. Oh, everyone's moved outside. So is Guard Castle up now? Great, but I think I'll eat these cookies here first. Alright, so we're going to Scilab to narc on Higsby and Numberman, question mark. It feels so long ago now, doesn't it? The start of this session.
Hold on, that looks like Subway.
I was saying Sabaro earlier.
Nah, more Subway.
I don't think so. But like, at the start of this session, we did 3 quizzes. Like, it feels so long ago at this point now. It's only been like an hour, realistically, I think.
That we've been recording? Wow.
Like an hour 10. What? Higsby? Nebula? I see. Why don't you go home and rest today? Okay. That was very anticlimactic. Why does Barrel not seem to give a shit about so many things?
Okay,
He's
okay.
so
Hear me out.
nonchalant about it.
If this is actually part of the fucking like story, like, oh, Higsby's actually just part of Nebula, and Barrel is just not surprised at all, and he's just like not caring. This is going to be the fucking worst game in my opinion.
Bedtime already? Do you want to save what happened today? Can I overwrite the previous data? Good night, Lan. Thanks, fucking interrogator. Jesus. Well, it's been great. Everything went according to plan. It's thanks to you and Higsby being there that it did. No, not at all. I'm just glad to be of service. Teehee. Is that you, Mega Man? What are you doing here? Ha! What? What on earth are you doing? Mega Man, you'll pay for this.
Aye. I'm a little annoyed that I...
Wake up,
Is my
man, you
keyboard
man.
dying? What the fuck?
Is it?
I think my lights in my keyboard may have just died.
Man, you've just got some mail news. I'll read it. Currently, the net is experiencing widespread errors. The communication system in End Area 3 may be the cause. Your Navi may be subjected to an evil influence when jacked in, so please avoid this, even in liberated areas. Wow, I'll bet this is Nebula's doing. Yeah, I know. End Area 3 then. Let's go, Mega Man. Sure, jack me in.
Why do I feel like Higsby would probably be like the nerdy guy who probably just walks over, like runs over to the house and fucking decks land?
If I can't just go to End Area and jack in to Area 2, I'm gonna be big pissed off. Alright, if this doesn't work. The Fury of 1,000 Suns. That looked like a unique NPC to the left.
I'm not sure.
It sure wasn't. Of course, everyone's navies are acting weird is because I send their cute navies into the big scary net. My navi, I've always take good care of my navi here in my PET. Yeah. Bueno. I'm lost already. I don't remember. Good thing I still have End Area 3 map open.
Shade man!
When's the next NPC that can give me an HP memo? Shade man. Shade man. Macho man.
Motherfucker.
I'm going to be fucking angry. This game's gonna suffer. Yeah, so far, the only thing that I can complain about this game is just the encounter rate.
Do you want to hear my complaints?
Sure, whatever you want.
Well, I think the game's good. Don't get me wrong. This might come across as a little bit like nitpicky, but I do think the game is good. Let me just start off with that. But I feel sorry, Brendan just messaged me. Fuck him. But I feel like the game is a little over polished. Do you know what I mean by that?
Not exactly. I mean, I know what you mean, but I don't know where you're getting at for it.
I feel like they tried to do so good that they actually ended up going wrong. Like, I think this is like a great Mega Man, but I do have some like small gripes with it. Ah, man, this is hard to fucking describe. I just sound crazy, don't I?
Crazy.
I ate a bagel once.
Bagel.
Shrimp.
Check me out.
But, so, yeah, the way I would say is I like the game, but I just kinda, there's a weird feeling of it doesn't give off the other Mega Man vibes. It might be because of the whole liberation thing.
So the ironic thing about that is, big opponents to Battle Network 4, usually, or 5, I mean, usually state not liking the Liberation missions. I think the Liberation missions is a cool way to, so like, sure, you can just make the same game several times, just, you know, different environments and stages and all that shit. But ideally, the difference between like 1, 2, and 3 is almost non-existent. I think that the addition of Liberation missions is alright. Personally, I don't mind just a fresh spin on the same formula that goes. Not to the extent something like Call of Duty does it, but like Mario, 2D Mario games rarely change. It's just go from left to right to the goal. Maybe the power-ups are slightly different, but mechanically you've got jump, and that's really it. What happened to that samurai with the armor and katana? Maybe it has to do with the door in there. That must be it. Wait, what? It's unsatisfying for some reason.
I like this Mega Man, but it's just when I feel like the Liberations like were overdone. I feel like they secured the route, but they didn't leave any exploration.
I can kind of see that. Because it makes it so that you mean like the overworld isn't as fleshed out?
Yeah,
because,
actually,
like,
yeah.
There's a handful of areas that are just dedicated to the Liberation missions.
Yeah, and they went back to the Okuden sticking. Like, wow, I'm sorry. This has just been super hard to describe, and I feel bad that you've had to listen to this. But I feel like they should have, which I hate saying when talking about developers because you don't know what was happening back then. I probably could find out, but I feel like they should have like expanded a little more on the overworld, but rather than like do other things. And the Liberation missions, it just kind of feels like you're doing chess but Mega Man. And that's kind of why I feel like it's over-polished. Like, they took Mega Man and kind of rounded off a little bit of what made it special. It's still there, but just not as heavily. Like, they didn't improve or do anything good on the aspects. They added a new way to play Mega Man, but nothing different.
I can see that because most people kind of agree that the game kind of loses its charm after 3, because 1, 2, and 3, especially since they slim down all the sprites and shit and like make everything smaller because, you know, they had to cut down the size to fit more into the game.
Yeah.
And I feel like when they do that, they also got rid of a lot of, like you said, the overworld exploration. I feel like 5 is a good step back to what 3 was, but I definitely think that there's not as much in the overworld as there was in 2 and 3, for instance. And then 4 is just universally despised. There's like the odd person who likes 4.
Yeah, which is
but
you.
They like
4,
They
right?
like 4 for the novelty of it, not actually because they like it.
Oh, so it's that friend that's like, oh yeah, I love avant-garde music because it is avant-garde.
Essentially, or maybe that was the first one they played, so they didn't know that it was bad. So it's just a nostalgia thing, and they can't go back and critically call it bad. They just enjoyed it.
Yeah, we'll say their mind's been tainted by the hive mind of nostalgia.
I don't know how I managed to do that. I just thought that he... I didn't know. They're not wood element anymore, I'm just realizing.
Oh, dude, I would love for the fucking elements to get expanded upon. Like, I don't mean, like, there should be, like, a shit ton of new, like, elements and stuff.
About that. It's not something that they do in... Don't get me wrong on that, it's not something that they do in 6. They've actually already done it. But it's so... like... obscure and rarely matters. So you see So we got like the 4 elements of wood, aqua, fire, and elec. Well, in Battle Network 4, they classified more. So that icon, this icon, and that icon, and then there's the 4th one, which is invis. So there's cursor chips, there's break chips, and then there is sword and invis chips. I do not remember how they all relate to each other, but this is another series of 4 things that are like weaknesses, but they also don't necessarily matter the same. I really don't understand how it works. But they do add pseudo elements.
Pseudo.
Get fucked, dude. I wish this homie would stop.